Joining us now is David Friedman, former U.S. ambassador to Israel. Mr. Ambassador, thanks so much for being here. Want to get your reaction to the IDF report today. What do you make of it?
Well, look, it was a terrible mistake. I think they've admitted it. I do think that if you look at the drone footage, it's pretty clear that you could not see from the drone that the labeling of the WCK labeling. That's not by way of an excuse, but it's not like anybody saw that and nonetheless fired on it. Look, there's a lot to unpack here, and there's a lot of that needs to be investigated. Israel has an excellent record of policing itself, and they will get to the bottom. If they need to bring in others and make it more transparent, they will. I think Israel is fully prepared to accept responsibility for this, and I think, I would take what you said a step further. I mean, there have been probably 20 soldiers, at least, who have been killed by friendly fire. I mean, this is not something which, it's not, Israel's not targeting civilians.
Yeah.
They've actually, fortunately, killed their own soldiers. I mean, but the main point, this is war. This is what happens in war. I mean, in America, when we've been in Afghanistan and in Mosul and in Iraq, America's done way more damage than this. I mean, it's war. I mean, war, you make mistakes. It's a dynamic theater, and you try to respond as quickly as possible, and there are always going to be mistakes, unfortunately.
There are human rights groups in Israel, Israelis, who are saying that military investigations by the IDF hardly ever lead to actual criminal accountability. Do you think charges are merited here against the IDF?
Well, it's a function of intent. I mean, that's what takes something from being, a terrible accident to being criminal. And I would be shocked if anyone here had criminal intent, but they'll have to go through it and kind of, map out this, second by second, frame by frame, and understand what people were thinking, and they'll get to the right outcome. It's in Israel's interest to be as transparent as possible. They've already accepted blame. And they've already fired, some pretty high-level people. So it will get, we'll get to the bottom of it, and the consequences will flow, I think, where they deserve.
I guess this is all set against the backdrop right now. We've had weeks and months of erosion of support, of global support for Israel in its war against Hamas. The global outrage toward Hamas on October 7th and in those days afterwards has slowly drifted away. And then we have yesterday's pretty extraordinary, tense phone call between Prime Minister Netanyahu and President Bush. How concerned are you about this erosion of support? We now have members of Congress, and I'm not talking the progressive, extremists on the left. I'm talking about mainstream moderate Democrats who are saying we've got to stop sending aid to Israel unless it has conditions attached.
Well, look, it's very disturbing. And, first of all, I don't think the global support's been that great. I mean, from on October 8th and October 9th and October 10th, when Israel hadn't even gone into Gaza, there were universities and large populations all over the world were already starting to side with Hamas. I mean, Israel does not get, a whole lot of love from most of the world when it comes to these types of battles. What it really does care about, though, and you're right, is the United States. And I think it expects support from the United States. Why are the Democrats turning on Israel? I think it's Michigan and Minnesota. I think it's politics. I was outraged by, it started off with Chuck Schumer. Well, it started off with Bernie Sanders, but nobody really cared what he said. But then it started with Chuck Schumer, who has been supportive of Israel, and he sort of gave the go-ahead, the green light for Democrats to turn on Israel, and then more and more have been doing it. And it's all, I think, to appeal to a very large population in certain swing states that simply don't like Israel.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.